Esther 1:10-12 says, "On the seventh day, when King Xerxes was in high spirits from wine, he commanded the 7 eunuchs who served him to bring before him Queen Vashti, wearing her royal crown, in order to display her beauty for the people and the nobles, for she was lovely to look at. But when the attendants delivered the king's command, Queen Vashti refused to come. Then the king became furious and burned with anger." Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is Esther 1:1-7, and I encourage you to read that passage. Now, the book of Esther is extremely interesting for a number of reasons. It's the only book of the Old Testament that is not mentioned in the New Testament. It's one of the 2 books of the Old Testament, the other one being the Song of Solomon, that does not mention the name of God. And it is read every year in the Jewish feast of Purim, signifying the salvation of the Jews from slaughter. And today's reading is interesting for 2 reasons. First, it shows the obnoxious pride of King Ahasuerus, who we know as King Xerxes, and it shows a strong woman who rejects her objectification at the risk of her own life. Now, there are a number of questions about why King Xerxes was called the first parties. One of the proposed answers is that he called it in a celebration of putting down a rebellion in both Babylon and Egypt. The second is to show his power because he lost the battle to the Greeks. In either event, he had a big to-do. He told Queen Vashti to come and display herself in front of a group of drunken men. Whether or not she was exposed herself is a matter of conjecture, but in any event, he was showing her off in a way that demeaned her. Her refusal could have cost her her life. She maintained her purity in the face of even death. King Xerxes showed his sinfulness by even suggesting that his wife come and do such a thing. In application, we men should never place our wives in a situation where they have to make a moral choice between submitting to what we say and being pure. We men who know Christ should cherish our wives in a way that we would never, ever, ever do something that would demean her. Women who know Christ should rest assured that God will honor their choices to honor Him.